What's up, guys and dolls? Welcome to the good, the bad and the stupid. It's Friday the 24th of April. I'm going to double check that. It's Friday the 24th of April. It's the 5th Friday of lockdown. And I know that for sure because I know them all. I've got them all noted. Did fuck all, did fuck all, did fuck all, did fuck all, and did fuck all. Or gonna do fuck all. That's today. And I'm also going to do this podcast with fuck all because I've got no news for you. I've got no newspapers because I can't go to the shops because I'm in isolation because I've got a cough and the cough is still my cough. I've still got it. It's 4 days in. Hasn't got any worse, thank fuck. But I don't know whether it's, I don't know what the deal is because I can't get tested and I can't, I'm not a key worker so I can't, I am a key worker because I'm not a key worker. I'm not a key worker at all. So at the moment, because I don't have my van and stuff like that, because it got nicked. So I'm no longer a key worker. I was. Anyway, let's move on from that. And I'm going to do this winging it. I wing it all the time anyway. So I'm pretty certain I can do it with the little notes that I've made off the internet. So anyway, I could just speak for the whole 20 minutes just about the new vaccination that's come out on behalf of the leader of the free world, Donald Trump, has given us his insight into potentially the virus killer that's going to cure it. Imagine if he thought, and people did go, oh, that's a fucking great idea, Donald, let's try that. And all of a sudden, that's in his mind. He thinks, if I come up with the idea and everybody uses it as a cure, I'm the man. I'm more of the man than I fucking know and think that I am anyway. But anyway, he's come out and said that try to inject disinfectant to see whether that can clear the virus, which in any child's mind you'd think that is a fucking great idea, and you can see some merit in it even as an adult because it kills the virus. It's just plain simple, isn't it? It kills the virus. Disinfectant kills the virus. Why can't we put that inside you to kill the virus that's inside you? But it's a little bit more to it than that. As his vaccination specialist who was sat in the corner going, oh my God, please shut him up. Somebody please shut him up. You can't say things like that to the world. He said he's being sarcastic now, but he's only trying to help, but he's just doing it from the wrong podium and the wrong position. I mean, I don't know whether he's ever suggested, imagine if they did like a blooper show with his kids and going, oh yeah, he tried that one on us when we were kids, give us a shot of Domestos before we went to bed every night. That's why my hair's bleached blonde, forever, permanent. But anyway, he's trying to help, but he's not the right person to be coming out with those suggestions, and he's coming out. I mean, you might be a Trump supporter, and he does some good, but not in that field. So let him not step on the toes of the fucking experts when it comes to the virus. He'll do with the business side of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, Dettol have already come out and said it's just forcing everybody else to come out and go, don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. If you're as fucking thick or as stupid as to follow that advice, don't do it. Dettol have come out and said, people do not, whatever you do not do that. Anyway, you might try it and it fucking works, so don't take my advice. You might think that's really good advice. What's it called? Hairdressers are going to be shut for 6 months. That is a fucking pisser and a half, because I was getting to the end of mine ain't too bad at the minute, but I had mine cut just before the lockdown. So now we're 5 weeks in. 6 weeks, I'll be due another one. But if they're saying we can't have your hair cut for 6 months, we're all going to look like fucking Castaway, aren't we? Tom Hanks with with his big long hair and at least we can deal with the beard. Otherwise, you might as well just let your beard go with it. Otherwise, I look really weird with really long hair without something on the face to kind of match it. We'll all look biblical. We'll be right back in the fucking olden days, or the Neanderthal days, or the days of the, what's it called? When Jesus was around and all that. They've all got long hair and beards then, weren't they? There was no hairdressers about in them days apparently, so there we go. So yeah, I think I don't know whether that's a statement. I've just read that headline, whether it's true or not, I didn't look into it, so we're going to have to just cut our own hair, aren't we? I'm going to have to, it's going to be funny. Maybe I'll do it as a video, I'll just do my own hair on here. I've seen some people doing it, and they look hilarious when they just put a bowl around their head like a breakfast bowl, and they just cut around it. Have you ever seen Blackadder 1? His hair in that is just like, it's hilarious. It's comedy, But I've actually seen young kids now in clubs, because I'm down with the kids, but in a nightclub with that haircut and dungarees on and like this bowl haircut from the 80s. And you just think, it looks that shit. It actually looks cool at the same time, because you're obviously the only person in here who fucking dare to wear it. And the girls around him, like literally running around him, like following the hairline around, because they're all tripping. But like, yeah, crazy. Dungarees and a bowl haircut. It's coming back. It's not just for the dunces and the sort of simple kid in the class. What's that one Ben Stiller said? Simple Jack, like that. Simple Jack. What film was that in? Anyway, check him out. Anyway, McDonald's is going to open in mid-May. For some of you who give us a shit, mid-May. Put it in your diary. You're going to be in that queue round the block for the drive-through, because it's only for drive-throughs. So you can like get your what's it called? What's it called? Fucking ammonia burger or whatever else that they put in the shit. They're going to be open for. One thing about it is it's cheap. You're going to get cheaper than McDonald's. They're like the fucking Weatherspoons is to beer, although Weatherspoons has got food as well. McDonald's is to food. That's why people shop there. Any decent burger, and it's very hard to sort of go into another restaurant then and pay £15 for a burger. I paid in Belgium. I paid 15 quid for a burger, and it was a veggie burger as well. But I paid 15 quid for it, and I know that exact burger over here is about 8 quid, because it's like that. I wanted to try the Beyond Meat burger. It's that new company that are doing that like burger that's like bleeds and everything. It's got beetroot juice. I don't know what the fuck it's like as close to meat as you can possibly get. And I tell you what, it was a taste sensation. It was absolutely amazing, because I actually I don't eat meat, but I like the taste of meat. So it's good. Some people go, how can you eat fucking meat? I mean, sorry, if you don't eat meat, how can you even want to have a burger or a sausage and all that? I'm like, because I fucking like it. I give it up because I don't want to. For my health, and I don't want to fucking kill animals. I've watched too many programs now where I've seen animals getting slaughtered, and I don't know why. When you watch it, you can't unwatch it, and it's very hard to unsee the fucking shit where your food comes from. Anyway, that's preaching, but you do what you like. But when I get to that stage, there's no possible way I could go near a fucking McDonald's burger, even if I did slip off the the high and mighty wagon that I'm on. What I'm going to say, there's an Italian island that will pay half of your plane ticket and hotel and attractions after the pandemic. I tell you what, I'm fucking signing up for that. I'll be there. I wouldn't mind. I'm not going to tell you what island it is. I'm not going to give everything away. You'll have to do your own research. If I tell you, there won't be no space left for me. There's only a few of you who are going to have the inclination to be bothered to bother looking and checking what the island is, and that is only half of the people that listen to this, and they're very few in far between anyway. But there's an Italian island that are going to give you all that just so that you go there and visit, and it's going to help the economy of the island, isn't it? So that's really good, and I can't imagine there's an island in Italy that I wouldn't want to go and visit, because Italy's like scenic and picturesque, and it's just weather. It's got everything. The only thing is, apart from the coronavirus, the only thing I'd want to avoid, but that's fucking all over the place here anyway. So, it's wherever you want to go. So you can't just you have to go over there with a mask and that, I suppose. Depends on when they're talking to go. If it's next week, you might have to sort of go a bit prepared. But I'd still go, even with a mask. Like I said, you're going to have to walk around here with a mask soon. They're going to change the rules and say, what's it called? Although I don't have any now, but I would rather walk around a shop with a mask on than not, because it's fucking too many fucking idiots in there, isn't there? I think there's too many idiots in there anyway. But now it's like paranoia place, the big supermarket. It's like now you're starting to go fucking. Before you just ignore people, but now you're looking and going, I reckon he's got the fucking virus. He's definitely got it. Look, he's coughing on the mangoes. I was going to have one of them, and you're just dodging people. It's almost like a computer game. Anyway, yeah, but so stay out of them as long as possible. But I'm not going to be going near them till Tuesday anyway now. So luckily I've got enough food, so I'm not going to take the risk. Anyway, the sun. Well, not take the risk. Take the risk for other people in case my coffee is anything more than what I think it is. Than I hope it is. Should I say? The sun. Oh, the sun. The Sun has got another headline about somebody that died. I'm not going to go into the story, but I just don't like the tone of their language. There's a dead at 72, broadcaster dead at 72. They said that the other day when they were going like how many people died from the coronavirus of the day. 556 people, 556 more dead. Like their language is just almost like fucking with a big coronavirus splatter around it, like as if it's some kind of sensation. That put right on the front page, you just think, oh, go fuck yourself. Why don't your newspaper fucking die? That would be the best news. It is apparently. Apparently, loads of people can't get out to buy it, so that's a good news. That's no loss to journalism. You know, the only loss is the Sunday Sport's fucking better than that. At least you got loads of you know it's made up. You know the fucking Sun. You know if they're not trying to disguise it. I mean, the whole point of the Sun. You know, have you ever read the Daily Sport? If you're not from this country, if you read the Daily Sport, they've got like front page headlines like, you know, at Easter, one guy said one thing was I put 9 Cadbury's cream eggs up my bottom to beat the Guinness World Record. It's all obviously made up, you know, or like I've been abducted by aliens and they, you know, I can't think of what really ridiculous stories anyway. You know, abducted by aliens and they cut my hair for me and that's where the bowl haircut come from. Some shit like that. It's clearly made up, but the Sun just do it and they try and kid you that that's real life, what they're trying to tell you. They're trying to talk to you as a serious newspaper and just going, that is absolute bollocks. Because you read it in another newspaper, more one with a bit more fucking fucking I can't be words out, but one that you would have more sort of integrity in that, should I say, and they've got a totally different spin on it, and the true spin, should I say, and the Sun's one is absolute bullshit sensationalism. Anyway, who the hell do I think I am today? Anyway, vaccine recently, I'll tell you what, I'm fucking somebody who's speaking out against the Thickos newspaper, that's who I am. The vaccine might be ready by, there's an injection vaccine, not from trickled down from Trump's advice, but this is in England. We might have the first to have the vaccine. That's good. That's a race that I'm interested in. To see who comes out with the vaccine first, because everybody's trying. And if we can get one by September, they're talking, which is still fucking ages away. But if they get a vaccine by then, that's perfect, isn't it? Straight away, as soon as you end up in, you probably don't need it until you go into the hospital. And then when you go in the hospital, they give you because you're obviously in a serious position, they give you a vaccine. Cure you, fucking happy days. So that'll be the world can really start moving again then, can't it? And we can all panic less and just have a flu or a cold as we normally would and just deal with it. Ramadan's about Ramadan. Everyone's the Muslims are doing Ramadan at the moment, and that's fucking going to be tough under the current circumstances because they can't eat all day. Can't eat all day. Can't go out. Can't drink all day. I pulled it out because I remember a guy who used to work with me a couple of times, and we had a couple of hard jobs, really hard jobs, moving a load of stuff out of a building that was top floor, and he was on Ramadan. Nice, really nice guy, and he couldn't eat and couldn't drink, and I was like having to drink water, and then the lunch break and everything, and he didn't have none, he didn't break, but he was absolutely pale as a ghost by the time we'd finished because he had no energy. He couldn't he'd eaten at 3 in the morning or something, 4 in the morning, or when sunbreak was, because it was in the summer. In England, in the summer we have long days. It's like sun up can be like 4, 5 o'clock, sundown about 10 o'clock. So that's the window that he can't eat in and couldn't drink. So yeah, but unfortunately I had to work him hard because we had to get the job done. And I had the really nice food as well, and like drinking water. He still had the lunch break. He just sat there watching me. What am I going to say? I'll tell you what, ain't done too bad considering fucking I've got no information for you. Police raided a 2 million cannabis factory. These are brazen. I love it. Criminals. I love the brazen criminals that just think they can get away with it. And most of the time, more brazen you are, the more you're likely to get away with it. Because the more you act coy or act like nervous and shit, people spot that. You know, it's like a fucking shoplifter from our council estate years ago when we were kids and that. He'd just walk in and just walk out with a whole shelf and nobody would even notice. And other people would go in and be flinching and looking nervous and everything and grab one thing off the shelf and there'd be like 4 shopkeepers on them. So anyway, that's another story. But anyway, the 2 million cannabis factory, 270 yards from the police station. That's like, you got to get that fucking dead right, innit? Because the smells, they must have just smelt it. Right, it's only literally a whisker away, innit? It doesn't take fucking much for one little bit of the smell to come out, because that shit smells strong. And anyway, 270 yards away, and they got busted. 2 million quid's worth as well, so it wasn't even a couple of plants taking the piss. It was like, that must have just been pungent. So anyway, shame. I like the balls. Hopefully nobody got caught and they can get away with it just for we could have a laugh at them trying. I remember, because they try it on. I've had people ring me up when I was renting out my flat a while. I always spot it when people ring up and say, you know what, mate, I want to pay 6 months up front if that's all right. Because they don't want to give you any details, but they want to pay 6 months up front. First thing I think is, you want to grow fucking weed in there. So nah, forget it. And there's always I've had it a few times, not just once, too many times for it to, and it all sounds exactly the same kind of story. Oh, I've got bad credit and all that kind of stuff, but me and my girlfriend just want somewhere for 6 months. I'll pay you up front, blah de blah. What I want to do is go in, make a fucking what's it called, a jungle, and then move out and done, which is harmless in one respect, but not when I know what you're up to. No thanks. What's I going to say? Girl walked into... No, unless I get some free fucking, Where's my cut? Basically. You could just be honest and tell me the truth and then see what I'd say. Anyway, girl walked out... what's this one? Well, I can't read my own handwriting either. A girl walked out on her fella. This is some relationship stuff now. This is lockdown. Girl walked out on her fella and she took his food, his toiletries and his condoms. So you know what that says to me? She's got somewhere else lined up straight away, and she's taking that for the other guy. I didn't read the rest of the story. That was just the headline. My girlfriend walked out on me. She took my food, my toiletries, and my condoms. At least she's left you with your money. At least she's not going down that road yet, or maybe she's got no access to your money. Maybe it's not been that length of a relationship, but that she needs that for somebody else straight away on call. So that's going to get your mind working. Anyway, what's it called? Good riddance, if that's what she's like, because you should just put holes in the condoms. That's what you should have done. Set her up, put holes in the condoms, and I don't know, piss on the fucking food or something. Do something like that. But I suppose you took it before you even noticed it. And then another guy. So it doesn't work both ways. This isn't just women who have been bitches. There's blokes being arseholes as well. There's a bloke here finishing with his girlfriend after she cheated on him in his dream. So he woke up and gone, right, that's it. It's over. I can't put up with this no more. And he dumped her and kicked her out. He's obviously like, mate, what's giving that? It must have been some fucking dream. She must have been all over the place, and maybe it's like brought up some sour eggs from the relationship. I don't know, but unless she's been cheating on him in his dreams for too long now, and he's just like, that was the last time he was going to put up with it. That's fucking mad. So he's obviously lost the plot. That's lockdown gone straight to his head and ruined his relationship and ruined any future relationships probably, because he ain't going to get over that one. He's going to be having those kind of paranoias. He's smoking too much weed probably. He's been sitting in his own jungle. Maybe he's got like a load of weed plants all around him that he's growing. He's just sitting there smoking. I'm thinking, what's she up to? That bitch upstairs asleep. What's she thinking about? Who's she thinking about? I'm thinking about him, thinking about people now, and that's all his brain's gone. Paranoia. That's what weed does to me. I smoke too much of it. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it. Oh, another one. Escorts have been sharing their sex tips to spice up your love life during the quarantine. That's basically, you need to go and cheat with somebody, because that's basically what escorts are all about to the majority, isn't it? Husbands and wives, mate. There's women ordering them as well. But if you're going to take sex tips off an escort, it's pretty much go and shag your neighbour or go and shag somebody without people knowing. It's the best sex ever, because they're going to get right off because they're not with their original partner. Oh my God. Apparently that's what escorts do, and that's what escorts get paid by. But don't worry about it, because the women are all at it as well. They get their own back, and men, as I said, women are ordering escorts now as well. Some of them, I just think, how the fuck are they getting ordered? You see them in the paper, like gigolos and that, going, oh, you know, I get booked left, right, and centre, and that. They're just like the biggest, cheesiest bastards. I mean, the people who must be booking them have got to be really rich, like 90-year-old women or something, and you know, the money's got to be worth it to go there, hasn't it? But anyway, each to their own. I'll tell you what, it's money talks, doesn't it? That's life. And imagine all the holidays they're going to have after that. They just bite the lip, or close their eyes, bite the lip, think of England, as we say, and go for it. Anyway, what am I going on about? I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and maybe you've got some tips there. Don't go hard on your girlfriend if she cheats on you in your dream, because it's more you. It's not her, it's you. Anyway, I'll leave it there. See you later for now. See you next week. See you later. Bye.